Robert. Please welcome Andy Nguyen with the speech Beliefs.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you. September 2008, just 3 days after I got my first job, I was attending my very first business meeting ever. I sat at the back of the room behind all the senior staff so that I could watch and learn what everyone was doing. It was a presentation by an agency for a new marketing project, and at the end of the presentation, my boss John asked everyone to give comments on the proposal. Now, while everyone was thinking about that, John turned to me and asked, "Andy, you're the fresh mind. What do you think?" Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I was shocked. Who would have thought that John would ask me for ideas? So all of a sudden, there was a low and soft voice speaking to me behind my head. "Andy, you're the new. You don't want to embarrass yourself in front of these people, do ya? They're gonna laugh at your funny thought, so don't say anything stupid. Just say, 'I have no idea,' and you're good to go. Trust me." Now for the record, that was my inner voice. Of course, my inner voice is always on my side and understands me the best. So I decided to listen to my inner voice. I answered John with the same low and soft voice. "I'm sorry. I have no idea." Bam! My boss slammed the table and yelled at me. "Where have you been? Do you pay attention on the presentation or not? If you have no idea what's going on, then just leave the room." Everyone was surprised, and I was stunned. I had no idea why John got mad at me so badly like that. I was learning things around. So John gave me a look full of disappointment and continued the meeting. Of course, I felt like the end of the world. I was so excited before that meeting, and now everyone looked at me like I'm a loser. So I spent the rest of my time in that meeting feeling nervous and scared. And as I expected, John summoned me to his office for a private talk after the meeting. Now on the way to John's office, I confronted my inner voice. "You are stupid. I was wrong to trust you. This is going to be the end of my career. I have just written my name for the world's record of the shortest professional career in the history of LinkedIn. I haven't even got my business card yet, and now I'm going to be fired. I need to prepare for my last words." So I went to see John. He asked me to sit down and told me this. "Andy, I knew that you had some ideas on that proposal because I saw you writing something on your notes. And I knew that you didn't want to speak up because you thought you were a new employee. But I want you to change that mindset from now on. From this moment, walk out of this room, I want you to start acting like you've been working in this company for 10 years, just like everyone else. And that's how I'm going to see you, and I'm going to expect the same level of input from your work. Do as I say, or no one will ever care what you have to say." Those words have changed my way of thinking and my professional life forever. Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever had the moment when you fear to speak up your voice because you believe that you are not good enough? Say "I." Yes. Have you ever regretted anything that you wish you should have done differently in the past? Say "I." Have you ever heard a voice saying things in your mind like, "I'm not good enough, I'm not good with numbers, I'm not creative"? Say "I." My fellow friends, you are not alone, and we are on the same boat. And those beliefs are sabotaging our life, our behaviors, and sinking our boat. Our behaviors are belief-driven, and those limited mindsets are sabotaging our life and making sure that we avoid any experiences that we might feel a failure. As a result, we don't learn much and we don't get better. So what I want you to tell you today is that there's so many things in life that we think we cannot do or achieve. Let me ask you this. What if Steve Jobs didn't think that he was developing a new technology after he was fired by his own company, Apple? He could have just gone and told people that it wasn't meant to me. Or what if Walt Disney told himself that I'm not creative enough after he was fired by a newspaper editor as he has no good idea? And there's so many other similar examples. I think we might be living in a much different world today. So what I want to tell you is those are just our belief of not being able to do anything. Because we believe we cannot gain or lose weight, so we don't go to the gym. We believe that we are not good with numbers, so we allow other people to, I don't want to say steal, but take away money from us, bankers, brokers. I used to believe that I couldn't speak English 7 years ago, but now I'm standing here before you delivering my speech at Toastmaster in English. And you know what? In the same year, when I had that conversation with John, just 3 months later, I was voted as the best employee of the year just because I did one thing. I changed my belief. So next time, be very careful when you listen to your inner voice. Steer away from those limited mindset and start believing in yourself. Mr. Toastmaster.